Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial on how I do my everyday eyeshadow. Just so you know, it is not what I have on right now, this red glittery stuff. It is the look that I did in my eyebrow video. If you're wondering why I have this color on right now, it's because I already recorded the other video, but I had to re-record it because I completely jacked up the audio. Anyways, enough of me talking. Hopefully you guys enjoy this tutorial. Okay, so my first step for doing the eyeshadow is going to be a good base. I prefer to use MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger to apply this. You could use a brush, but I don't think it's necessary unless you're doing it on a client or somebody else. So I just kind of rub my finger in here like that, and then I just start up at the highest point of my arch and start kind of buffing it in. I like to put a little bit of the paint pot. It kind of looks like it's way too far past my eye, but I do put eyeshadow over here, so I'm going to keep putting it down a little bit further than you would imagine. I also like to add a little bit of the paint pot right underneath my eye just because I do add some shadow down there and it just helps to make it blend in a little bit better. My favorite shadow to use for my highlight is Foxy by Decay. This shadow is the bomb. I just use a soft dense brush and kind of pack it underneath my eyebrow. Now the next step is going to be adding the blending color. So over here you can see I have this kind of softer shade, and I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side. And this is where the line or crease, whatever you want to call it, is going to come in. Some people use tape to create that really sharp edge right here. I don't like it because when I take it off, it like pulls off half my eyelid and it really creeps me out. So I don't know, I just don't like putting tape on my face. You can if you want. What I prefer to use is like a credit card or some type of card. I use my guest card that I keep at my desk right here. You could use a business card, but you're going to get eyeshadow all over the business card, and this you can easily wipe off. If you're traveling, you can use your hotel room key, which is what I use when I travel. So the shade I'm going to use here is my favorite neutral shade that Ariel introduced me to. This one is called Uninterrupted by MAC, and it's one of their Pro Longwear shadows. Okay, so now we're going to do the kind of cut crease blending thing, and I am going to use my MAC 217 brush, but I also have like 1,000 of the Sigma blending brushes, E25. You could use that one also. The MAC one is just a little bit stiffer, so I like to use that one because I'm creating a little bit more of a defined line. If you want to buff it out, I would recommend using the Sigma brush or something similar to it. And then I put my card right here. So I know a lot of people, when you watch tutorials and stuff and it shows you how to do a wing liner, it says to follow your bottom eyelid. If I followed my bottom eyelid, I would be going like way up here because my eye is way rounder on this side. So if I followed my bottom eyelid, I would be going like almost straight up, and I don't want to do that. So I just kind of tilt it, and I'm going to reshape this eye. This side totally goes straight out, looks normal. This one does not. So I kind of got to like tweak my eye shape on this side. Alright, so now I'm just going to start filling in right above my crease here with the Uninterrupted eyeshadow. And towards the edge of my eye, you can see I'm kind of making like a little triangle thing over here. It just helps to reshape my eye. And then I just start filling in along the crease up towards the front of my brow. And then wham bam, look at that crease. Woo! Okay, so the next step of my eyeshadow is going to be using a small round brush and a darker brown shadow. I like to use Secret Service by Decay because it's just a soft, coolish brown. And here's the shade right here. I also have more pictures of it on my blog. And this is the brush that I'm using. Again, this is a crown brush, super cheap, probably like $2 to $3. It's synthetic and it's round and it's tiny. So I'm gonna use this to just deepen the crease and to create a sharper line over on the edge. So now I'm just gonna go in and deepen my crease with the Secret Service eyeshadow. And I'm going to focus more towards the edge and just kind of make it a little bit more defined and a little bit darker. And then I go back in and pack on Foxy all over my lid, and that's really going to help to brighten up the whole look. So now I'm using that same crown brush and I'm just adding some Uninterrupted on my bottom lash line. You don't have to do this, but I do because I like smoke, and then, Jesus, my eye looks huge. Then I add Secret Service on top to make it a little bit more bold. Once I'm done with that, I throw on my Urban Decay Perversion 24/7 eyeliner in my waterline, and then I like to set it with Urban Decay's Blackout eyeshadow just because it helps prevent my eyeliner from dripping or running or anything like that. So once I'm done with the underliner, I throw on my gel liner, and I'm using that crease that I made on the edge as a guide to putting on my liner. As you can see, I'm just following the line that I already made, using soft strokes and kind of flicking it out to get that perfect cat eye. And then I just start filling it in all the way across. Get a really good shot of my ponytail right here. Sorry. So now what I'm doing is I'm throwing in Blackout in my crease. This just helps to make it a little bit more defined, a little bit darker, and it helps with that cut crease look. So now I'm just going to curl my lashes, throw on my favorite Covergirl Lashblast mascara, and pop on my lashes, which I couldn't do for you this time, unfortunately, and donezo! Alright, so that wraps up my tutorial of my eyes. Can somebody tell me if it's too zoomed in, please? Because I don't know. I feel like it is, but maybe it isn't, so just keep me posted. Anyways, don't forget to check out my website. I have a lot of cool stuff on there, tips, tricks, and all my favorites. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. So if you like it, then stay tuned. Did I just do a shooter?